What's up, guys? Marten here. Alright, so we got a new week ahead of us here, but let's see what happened during the week and see if that can guide us for the beginning of this week here coming up. And in this video, we'll look at Ethereum, Cardano, and finally Dash. So let's begin here with the total altcoin short. This is from the last 3 months. And what happened here is we gone up to 107 or so and then pulled back here, retraced to about $100 billion level. And that is where we do have a little bit of support here in this area. And also this 7 billion move here to the downside, that is equivalent of a 50% retracement from down here. So this could potentially be enough for another move to the upside here, but we'll see. Now let's look at Ethereum here, the daily short. And what happened here during the weekend was that Ethereum did go down here to the 20-day EMA and got some support. And then it went up here, again and all the way to 213. But then it stopped there and fell back again. Another visit to the 20-day EMA. So what's good here is that we are still above the 20-day EMA here, but we did finish the week a little bit weaker than expected, so pretty neutral here in my opinion at the moment. We are trading here within this trading channel between these fib levels between 207 up to 211. So the next goal here to the upside is obviously to get up here to the 50-day around 217 at the moment. And we also have this pennant formation here. Here's the supporting trend line and here's the resistance line. We're basically right at this intersection today. So this could mean that a breakout could follow here, either to the upside or to the downside. Now, what could be negative here then? Well, obviously close below this supporting trend line and the 20-day EMA, that would be negative. So we don't want to lose this 20-day here. Now, finally, Bitcoin longs are still higher than Bitcoin shorts. So look down here, the greens are higher than the reds. So this has been going on for about a week here. So that's still good news here. Now let's have a look at a weekly chart for Ethereum. So here's the weekly, and it was basically unchanged during the last week. So the conclusion here is rather neutral in my opinion. We did form a higher high and a higher low, which is a positive. And there's a little trend line here, which is so far holding. But if we look at the Heikin Ashi here, the weekly, we actually did get a green candlestick or Heikin Ashi here for the first time in 24 weeks. So all the way back here, that was the last time we had a green Heikin Ashi. So potentially this could be some good news here for a major or bigger run-up. We'll see. Now let's move over to Cardano, because this is the daily short, and Cardano had a little bit better recovery than Ethereum. So what happened was that Cardano went below the 20-day EMA here, but then it went up back again and went up to around 78 or 7.8 cents. Now we are above the 20-day right here, as you can see, the green line, but it looks like there's some resistance here around 7.7, and that's also the fib level. But the next target to the upside is, of course, the 50-day up here, and that's also the next fib level, around 7.9 cents at the moment. Also, we do have this pretty stable supporting trend line here. So that's been holding for almost 2 weeks now. So the negative move here, that would be a daily close below this trend line, or a close here below the trend line on the stochastic on the 14-day period down here. So you can see here that we have not gone below here, but we're sort of at this level at the very moment. Now finally, let's look at a weekly chart for Cardano. So last week, similar to Ethereum, basically unchanged, but we did make a higher high and a higher low compared to this week here. And we also did get a minor breakout here last week. So we did close above this resistance line here. And that is the first close above that line for about, well, at least 10 weeks. So that's some good news. So we do have some chance here for a move to the upside. But of course we could continue going sideways here as well. So finally, let's look at Dash. Because Dash is one of the best performers today, among the big ones. It's up around 4% right now. So here's the daily candlestick. And we got the breakout today here. And we basically went through 3 different fib levels here. 163, 166, and 170 almost. We touched 170 earlier today. But right now we're trading around 166. But obviously we want to get up here and above the 50-day EMA, get a daily close above this level. And here's also where the Bollinger Band, the upper Bollinger Band ends. So we could potentially get a little break if we were to get up here. And if we look back in time, last time we penetrated upper Bollinger Band this day here, we sort of took a breather the following day, as you can see right here. So keep that in mind, and also watch the stochastics if they will go above 80. Right now they're not that high, but this could potentially move up pretty fast here. So keep an eye on the 80 level here on the stochastics. So finally, let's look at the weekly chart here for Dash. So here's the weekly. And what happened was that we did get a breakout here 3 weeks ago. Not a major breakout, but still got a weekly close above this resistance line here. And last week we went down, fell back a little bit. But now we recovered that. So basically we've been going sideways here for 2-3 weeks. But the next strong resistance, that's up here in this area, and that is around 190. So this could potentially be our next target here for this week or the week coming after that. So that's it for Dash. And finally, I want to show you altcoinbus.io, because we do have some interesting articles as always. And here's one regarding the Binance CEO, and he says that crypto bull run will happen. Sounds good, right? So head over there and read these articles. And have a great day. Goodbye.